just gonna wait for people to come in, and even if I get one or two, it's fine. It's just wanted to record my thoughts on the presser today. I'm sure everybody seen it already. I'm just now catching up on it. So I'll just wait. Just that's weird. I wonder why my avatar's not showing up. So if you're around, I'm just I'll get started in a second. Just trying to see if maybe I can get some more people to come in. Either way. True Crime Girl. Nice. Welcome in. All right, we got Luis Cuevas coming in. Nice. Oh, pretty hot today. Pretty hot. Nothing crazy though. Nothing I'm not used to. I'm just now getting caught up on a lot of things. I'm in my shed right now. I don't have any other space to broadcast. Getting ready to, what does that say? Start my channel on YouTube. On Facebook, when I do, I'll click on your link for the StreamYard. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Yeah. Got a lot of stuff to go over. I feel like a lot of this, a lot of stuff that was on the presser got just uh maybe missed, maybe not. Um, but there was a few things I wanted to just kind of go over. Um, I'm sure you guys, did you guys watch the presser by any chance? Earlier today, came out this morning. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I'm on my mobile device right now on my iPhone, and I'm also new to streaming. Indian Taco, that's a cool name. Welcome in, welcome in. If you guys can do me a favor, hit the like. Maybe I can get into the algorithm. This is for baby Emmanuel. His case, been following it since it came out. Oh wow, really? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it was emotional. I agree. I agree. I just watched it right now and it's entirely. Um yeah, put your guys' thoughts on the chat and then I'll read them. I'll read them out. And that way we can get the conversation going and that way we can get you guys involved too. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on it and then I'll go over some stuff from kind of the start in order in a way. Um yeah, because they gave out a lot of information, a lot of information. Um Real good information. A lot of the times when we get these pressers, we don't hear anything. We don't hear what it is, what the I mean, it's just nothing. But they gave us a lot to chew on, I think, in my opinion. I really do. Uh and yeah, I've been covering it and I've been out there taking pictures, talking to the locals, uh being on site, being at the Big Five, checking out businesses, checking out if they have any cameras around, checking out um, just the location, going from point A to point B from the house. Was there at the house. A lot of support. You guys probably saw my first live stream, and I appreciate everybody coming in for that too. The support that baby Emmanuel got, which was really cool. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Indian Taco. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Um, Let's see. I lived in California for 32 years. My brother's a law enforcement border patrol. I really thought Sarah Bianco was rude and not kind to his community. That's just my opinion. Hey, we welcome all opinions here. We debate the idea. Um, Opinions are welcome. It's fine. This is what we're here for. It's true crime, and not everybody's going to agree on theories and whatnot. So it's welcomed. It's fine. It's your opinion. It's completely fine. Indian Taco. Did you see Jake did a jailhouse interview? No, I didn't see that. I'm just catching up. I had a lot of stuff I had to do this whole day, so I'm just now getting a quote unquote break from it all. But I'll have to check that out. Thank you, Indian Talk. I really appreciate that. And I got a setup here where I can see the comments. Um, and so I'm reading them all right now. So I see you guys. It's a lot better. I was gonna go live. I was gonna go and hike and do a live night hike out here in the California mountains, but I figured it was gonna be a little complicated to hold the phone and read comments and 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 do all that. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. Thanks for everybody to coming in. So one of the things I wanted to go over too was the death penalty here in California. I mean, we haven't abolished it. Here in California, it's still hanging above people's heads. There's just a moratorium that was announced on March 13th, 2019 by Governor Gavin Newsom. He's the one that put that into effect. Um, so one of the last executions here in California was in 2006 by a guy named Clarence Ray Allen. Um, so that was the last one, and um, there was a moratorium announced. It pretty much what that is we haven't abolished it. We haven't. It's still there, hanging above people's heads. It's just up to the yours truly, Gavin Newsom, to you know to either extend it, unpause it. Um, but no, we still have the death penalty. We still have it here in California. So that was one of the things I did want to go over. It means it's just paused right now. And the last one we had here by lethal injection was in 2006. So just a little bit of trying to clear that out. It's on the press enterprise smart. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check that out after the live. Uh, I'll when I go hiking, I'll do that. This case had me sleepless last night thinking about leaving. Yeah, definitely. It's a pretty sad case, and it never helps that the families don't. The initial thought that it was a kidnapping, and then after that is that uh, it wasn't. But everybody saw through that. Everybody, and I'm glad. Obviously, LE saw through that and started moving the pieces together. Started moving quickly. Um, before it gets cold. We see that a lot in true crime. I mean, everybody here knows about true crime where cases go cold quickly. But this case, you can tell it wasn't going to be that. Uh, so yeah, no inmate can be executed while the moratorium is in effect. And the last one was in 2006 by lethal injection in San Quentin. So the guy I think killed like three people. I'll see if I can do one of that. Maybe go on location and stuff like that for that one. That would be an interesting one to do on a later one. Uh, there is a chance. That's another thing I wanted to touch on. I wanted to touch on that too because there is a chance that they didn't. The DA did not put the death penalty on the table, even though they could do it. Technically, they could put the death penalty on there for later. Say Gavin Newsom gets out because this is his last term, someone else comes in, unpauses the death penalty, and boom, you're in line to for that. So, in my opinion, I think they should have that on there just to put it over his head. But there has to be special circumstances. It has to be like an officer. It has to be. It just the level of cruelty, which I think, I mean, it could potentially be this case too. And I'll get to that later because that was one of the questions at the end too, and I'll touch on that too at the end uh towards the end of the stream. So just remind me and I'll touch on that what the DA has expressed on that, which is, man, it's interesting stuff. Thanks again for coming in. Hit the like, share, sub. Appreciate you guys coming in. Nice crew right here. Appreciate everybody here. So yeah, there is a chance that they could put the death penalty. It's not off the table. If they find new evidence that suggests special circumstances, you bet the DA would put that on there. And me personally, I would put that on the books for them just so they can have it there, just so they don't have peace of mind uh, for later. Um, but that's one of the things. Uh, so. so one of the sheriffs that went up, I think his name was Dykus or Dukas. Sorry about if I butcher his name, so I'm getting familiar with that, with the names. I think that's his name, or that was the lead investigator that came in first, but it was one of them one of those sheriffs that first came up there. If you guys know his name, the one that spoke up first, the sheriff right after the DA. I'm trying to go in order, in chronological order of the pressor, and I'm glad you guys saw it. I unfortunately can't stream the presser on my phone. I tried to, and it's telling me I have to do it on a desktop. So I got to get a computer later, um, in the near future, to so I can do that. And so we can watch it and then go over some of the stuff that I have here. Um, so they're saying they put hundreds of hours in forensic data. So they have that. Let me read some of the comments here. Um, the case would be in that category. Yep, true crime girl. Yep. It sounds like they have strong evidence on child abuse. Do you all think maybe they found on their phones? See, I believe so. I believe they found something on their phone because it was the DA was saying that it's heavy. They have a modern tech forensics team, and I'm sure they're digging through all their phones, digging through vehicle, GPS searches. Yeah, Cueva searches, Google searches history. You guys know when you delete something, it still kind of stays uh, hidden, and they got special equipment for that kind of stuff for the cases. So yeah, I do think there's a ton of evidence right now, and I think they were just holding off for the body. They really wanted to do it, but there's no body cases that here in California that have been um, prosecuted. So we'll touch on that too. Some husband killed his wife, and they still haven't found her body. But here in California, they still caught him without a body. So that's it was in Shasta County. uh, Nikki Chang, I think McCain was her name. In August of 2025, recently he was charged with the murder. No body has been found, so he's still. I mean, they still prosecuted his ass, his butt. Um, so even though there might not be a body, um, they can still prosecute. So yeah, so one of the sheriffs was saying that there was a lot of from vehicle, a lot of the forensic data that they combed through hundreds of hours of forensic data, vehicle, their vehicle, probably GPS, their phones. They did search warrants, and Riverside took over the case originally from Yucaipa, California. So then the second one came in, the second sheriff. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the second sheriff came in, Nicholas Clark. He's the lead investigator. So I got to go back and see who the first one is, just because I was trying to catch up on that. Um, so he's the lead one. He was talking about the past, what Jake had in his other child, and what he was charged for. But yeah, the second one. So he was saying that, with the help of both DA offices, uh, they're going forward with this case. So I mean, you got sheriffs, you got two DA offices going after these monsters, this couple. So that's really hopeful, that they're working hand in hand, they're working together, and yeah, I mean, they were real confident with the presser today, this morning. So the DA had Mike Hestron. Um, so yeah, so the lead prosecutor uh, for that, formally charged with murder and false report. And they believe they have a strong indication of remains. It is from his words, strong indication of remains. Let's see. It sounds like they have a strong evidence of child abuse through community found. Yeah, that one. Maybe in their Google search history. Yep, absolutely. Um, but that's what I got from the presser. A lot of the stuff that they were saying. Uh, Hopefully I didn't skip anything. See, I wish I had it on the screen. We can go over it, but notes will have to do for now. And yeah, and again. So one of the reporters was asking, you guys hear when one of the reporters was asking what led them to that on the Highway 60? Um, and I guess they're saying what I caught was that they were saying prosecutors sounded passionate. Let's see if I can put it on the stage. Yeah, there it is. Prosecutors sounded very passionate for getting justice for baby Emmanuel. Yeah, for sure, 100% they did. They yeah, they weren't messing around for sure. Um, and one of the things that I caught was he said plural. He said that the suspects, plural, are cooperating with them. So does that mean that Rebecca's also cooperating as well? And she's telling the media one thing, maybe, but he did say suspects, and I had to rewind that a couple times and go over that. Um, so let's see. Also, good to him recognize how the judge effed up and let him free. Yeah, the DA was yeah, yeah, for sure, definitely. Uh, Definitely. Good observation on that. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Yeah, I heard the questions. A lot of the questions were about that, and I'm actually gonna go over that, and I'm actually glad that you mentioned that, Lewis. Appreciate that. So yeah, one of the questions from the reporter was what led them to that? And then the sheriff came up and was saying that the suspects, plural, are cooperating. Um, and then the DA came back on and started saying uh, that they have strong evidence of abuse over time that succumbed to his injuries of baby Emmanuel is what they believe. So he believes that since he was born to 7 months, that they believe that he had to succumb to his injuries. Uh, you know what that means. Unalived, um, and that's what they believe. And yeah, yeah, it's heavy. It's a heavy thing, and yeah, I can see how people and myself get a little taken back now that I'm kind of absorbing it with you guys and sharing that. It's pretty sad. So that's what they believe. The DA, man, that DA is good. Mike, Mike Hestron. Um, yeah, so they went over also, some of the Jake's charges with him and his ex-wife in 2018. They were prosecuted with child abuse, neglect, cruelty to an infant. Um, so that was back in 2018 with Jake and his ex-girlfriend. You guys have seen the little girl, her injuries and what this monster is capable of to doing to a child, not only to a child but to his own kid. Um, these people, they're just monsters. They're uh, man. I mean, that's putting it nicely. For YouTube, that's putting it nicely. Um, what's going on with? I'm not sure, Top Dog. What's going on with that? I saw him at the court, and thank you for asking that. I saw him at the court. He kind of mentioned that that they were they send him either a letter of cease and desist or something like that, and something I don't know something about that, and you know it's a shame. I mean, he's doing what he's doing, and these big corporations, whatever you want to call them, trying to pick on the little guy, quote unquote little guy, with all respect. And yeah, I mean, just leave the guy alone, let him do what he does, and let him. If he's making a living, making an earning with that, so be it. That's his thing. And if people want to help him out, then just go for it. Um, so welcome in, Top Dog. Thank you guys for coming in and joining. Uh, so I appreciate that question. Um, so yeah, 2018. You guys saw the pictures. You guys saw what happened with that. Um, and from what the DA was saying, for those 7 months, damn, getting choked up. For those 7 months that baby Emmanuel, you guys saw the videos when we went live. We call it the House of Horrors. God knows what went on in there, what went on with baby Emanuelito, and it sounds when you're there, you can feel the energy of the house. I'm very level-headed, grounded, but when it comes to energies and stuff like that, that's you can feel people's energies. You can go to a place and you just feel uneasy. I get that feeling from the house. I feel uneasy when I'm near the house. Um, I just don't want to imagine. I can't imagine what went on in that house for those 7 months since he was born till now, a few weeks ago. And on the other coin of that, you see what the support was for um, the stuffed animals, the free water, people, community coming together for baby Emanuelito. You feel the love, you feel the good energy there. And I just wish, that was shown to him, and unfortunately it wasn't. And here we are with that. And hopefully they get the justice they deserve, both of them. Both of them definitely, and, they deserve what's coming to them, and then some. Um, I was talking to a former LE over there, and his thoughts, I wish I could have interviewed him, but he just didn't want to be on camera. He was in his work vehicle, and but he had such a great insight about that, and talking about, there's people in there that are going to get him. They're not going to last. I don't know. I don't know. That was just his opinions, not mine. I don't know what happens, but you can only, excuse me, you can only guess that if that's what it is, then that's what it is. But who knows? There's people in there that have done similar things and they're still living. So I'm not sure, take it for what it is, but he had a lot of knowledge about that stuff in the system. He had a canine unit talking about cadaver dogs and how they uh, can smell, 4 feet down, 4 feet, and, up to 2 to 4 months, because it also picks up the bone, picks up the marrow, not just the blood, bone is also picked up. So I'm sure they went over the house, and it's speculation. This is pure speculation that on his part, his opinion, former Ali was saying that he is could be there at the house, could be around the property. But that was just his opinion. A former Ali. I'm gonna see if I can get in touch with him. Maybe if I see him Friday or something. He said he was gonna come by Friday, and he said he'll do an interview with me because he had a lot of knowledge, a lot of the questions that I had, everybody had. He had them. All right, let me see who's coming in. Hey, native girl, how you doing? Welcome in. Appreciate you. All right. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that the baby was born at home. He was never born in the hospital or never went to a doctor's appointment to get checked up. Mark, can you look into that? Wow, that's interesting. I've from what the DA was saying, he didn't specify. He didn't. He said he couldn't get into that because one of the reporters did ask him that. One of the reporters asked him, um, uh, in those 7 months, has baby Emanuelito been to the hospital? Has he been checked up? And the DA said he could not comment on that. I don't know what that means. If he never went to get checked up, or if they get checked up and they saw um, evidence of physical abuse, or whatnot. I don't know, but he did say he was not going to comment on that, which makes me believe that there's something there. So that was a good observation, good question. Yeah, even if he's in the system, yeah, I thought about that too. Like because there was questions about how old he was when he was born, when he was last seen. Um, all that stuff was being asked. They're trying to say that the blood that they found in the home was due to dry it up blood from birth labor. Whoa, that's wild. I don't know. That is wild. I mean, could be. I mean, we see these types of these parents. I get it. You know, it's hard. Uh, but they don't. How do I say this? Uh, you know, they're not very clean. So that, I mean, that would make sense. But no, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that, but I'll look into that and see what that is. Um, and that Jake in the Jet House interview, Jake claims he was supposedly having a doctor appointment October 4th. Whoa, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. What's your thoughts on the timeline of when Baby Maloy was on live? I'd say a week or two before the infamous Hola interview, which was that interview was just ridiculous. But I'd say maybe a week or two. You know, they were getting you know, they were trying to get their story straight because you know they're still kind of, from what we see in the media, they're still holding on to their stories. You know, you see the mom saying that Jake would never do this, and that you know she's still talking about the abduction. So I think maybe a week or two, I think, is when that happened. And I think, in my opinion, I believe that the black eye or eyes, because from when I was in court, in the building, and I interviewed a lady that was in the courtroom where they're being arraigned, that she had two black eyes. So I think that's when that happened. But from what the DA was saying, that it wasn't just one event, that it was throughout his whole lifetime, 7 months. So they said that they have a lot of evidence, but I think, yeah, it was from, now that I'm thinking about it, it was from those 7 months. And he just, you know, I mean, how do I say this? Like, he succumbed to his injuries, is what the DA Mike was saying. He succumbed to his injuries. Um, so yeah, let me go to the chat. And that's what I was thinking, Top Dog. Yeah, Jake should have been on a lifelong CPS registration to make sure that to never be around NHL. Yeah, I agree. Indian Taco, 100%. There's got to be some new laws, yeah, new laws, new bill passed, and yeah, I agree, 100%. Um, yeah, I got that for sure. True crime girl for sure. Ro, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Why didn't they give him away for adoption? That's a great question. These people don't think like us. You know, they don't think, I can't take care of this kid. I have a problem. I need to go get help. They don't think like us. They're in a different mindset. Mm, you know, anybody that kills a child or does that, they have something different in their brain. They're programmed different. They don't think like us. That's my take on that. They're on a different wavelength, different thought process from that. Um, so let me go over some more of the questions that at the presser they had. So he pleaded to the court. That was another thing I guess the DA was talking about, that judges can't plea bargain with defendants. I guess Jake had to plead to the court, um, and then the judge chooses that. So the defendant goes to the prosecution for that, not the defendant to the judge, was another thing too that was cleared up a bit. So he got a suspended sentence, probation. The DA did object, which I'm glad I heard that, because they did object to the judge, but the judge decided in the end to give him he said a break, 100 work release, which means 180-hour community service, picking up trash on the highway. I mean, how ridiculous, messed up that is. 180 hours of work release, community service for what he did. Uh, with his ex-wife and his former child. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Um, but I'm glad they spoke up about that and the judge's decision to do that. One of the sheriffs spoke out, and the DA has spoken out about that. Um, so that was good. So yeah, I guess the judge in his case in 2018 when he was arrested, um, 2023. That's not too far. 22. That's when it came to the court. So that wasn't too far from now. 2025, and the judge was saying, Jake, I'm giving you a big break. Don't mess it up. What do you guys think about that? Let me read some of the comments. Nuts. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. Let me try to catch up. Justice for baby online. 100%. 100%. Can't believe anybody in the family had no idea what was going on. That blows my mind. Literally blows my mind. Just don't understand that, especially the sister. Well, see, true crime girl, that's the thing too. The DA made no comment about whether or not, because one of the reporters or somebody there asked the question that, if there was going to be more arrests or anything like that. But the DA had said that they have a lot of eyewitnesses to this. So that's going to be interesting to see that in the case. And I will be attending September 4th coming up. And I'm going to get there early, have my cafecito, my coffee, and figure out what time it is, whether it's going to be in the morning, afternoon, or later. So I'll be doing that. I'll be on the ground for that. Don't mess it up. Like he got a break for shop. Yeah, yeah. Like if it was shoplifting or something crazy. The jailhouse interview. Jay claims in the first case he was railroaded. He's a manipulative piece of POS. Wow, railroaded. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. That's insane. That's insane. Yeah, blood boils my blood just thinking about that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, wild, wild. All right, his baby girl don't get a break, not even a chance. Nope, not at all. So that's one of the things I do think there's going to be a lot witnesses in the trial coming up. It's going to be interesting that I do believe they do have, even without the body, that they have a good case for baby Emmanuel. Um, yeah, I mean, you got two DAs working together, the Riverside County, and then you got San Bernardino County. You got sheriffs, you got search and rescue teams. I mean, behind the scenes, we don't really see all that, but yeah, I do believe, in my opinion, that they have a strong case against these two. Um, and it's still ongoing, so we'll see. But I don't think they're going anywhere. I mean, I hope not. Or on a technicality, that would suck. All right, don't mess it up. Yeah, his baby girl didn't get a break. Nope. True crime girl, Mark. That interview will blow your mind. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up on that. I'll listen to that on my night hike. Um, I'll be going on a night hike in a little bit after this, but I wanted to get through because I know a lot of the questions weren't, you couldn't really hear them, uh, but I heard some of the questions. Let me see. Oh, okay. So they also said that both parents were aware of the physical abuse. That was also interesting. And then Latita was asking a question, and from what he was asking in there in the presser, it's my opinion he was being very respectful. And he was trying to ask a two-parter, but the DA was saying, you can only do one question per person. That's fair. But he was asking pretty much what he was asking, and on La Tira, he was pretty much asking the DA uh, if they have found his remains, and the DA had to push back on that and said, "No, I didn't say that. I didn't say we found the remains." Um, so he pretty much asked so I can stop looking because I'm tired, and that's when the DA was saying, "Well, you should get some rest." But it came across, in my opinion, it came across a little rude without the question how he was saying it. But he did say, you should get some rest. Um, without hearing the question, but Latino was being respectful, and he was like, "Okay, marked it interview. Okay, what are the rumors about the jailhouse information?" Yeah, they touched about that too. The DA touched on that. Um, that Mike was saying, the DA, that that's not true. That's what he's saying. And I know that there's been somebody out that they had come out with that information, and but they're saying it's not true. The jailhouse confession, per the DA's mouth, the and the sheriff was even pushing back on that. That somebody on social media puts that forward, and then we believe it. Um, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know, but if it's coming from them and they're saying, "Look, it's not true," they're giving us a bunch of information. Why wouldn't they just say that there was a confession? Does it muddy the water for the prosecution, for the defense? I don't know, but the from the DA's mouth, he said it's not true. So I'll see what happens um with that. I'll look more into that, but I mean, that was from the presser. I'm gonna go by the presser for now. Um, I mean, those jailhouse confessions do happen. Yeah, 100%. That someone goes in there and acts like your buddy, your friend, and then you start spilling your everything to them. That happens, but here they said it never happened. It's not true, so I don't know, but it does happen. It does happen. My thoughts on that, talking with my brother, the sergeant in California, is that they said that that's just going to let everybody know that they use informant in cases. Oh, that's that's interesting. Yeah, yeah. I mean, because LE and law enforcement, they can lie and say they're not doing something. I didn't get the feeling. I don't know if it's true. Why they would lie to the public and say it's not true? What do they have to gain? Excuse me. What do they have to gain by saying that? And then, they lose the respect or trust of the public later on, that it comes forward. It comes to light that that did happen. And even one of the people on that was saying that it goes straight to the defense, that nobody sees that. So how does that get leaked? Do you see what I'm saying? Those things are sensitive. It's sensitive information that goes straight from their mouth to the defense, to the prosecution. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know about that. I'm just going by what the presser's saying, and we'll see what happens with that. I mean, if there is a confession, and maybe it's how do I say this? Maybe he's just cooperating, and it kind of game of telephone confession was mixed with that. Maybe I could see something like that happening, where he's cooperating and someone says that's a confession. Yeah, I could see that. uh, but as of now, again, I'm going to go by what the DA in this case said, that that's not true for now. We will know if they used informants or not in this case inside the jail. They will have to testify. Oh yeah, talk. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Um, yeah, I've seen that where they testify on that. Yep, 100%. All right. Yeah, thanks for coming in, everybody, and hit the like, share, and let's see. Let me continue with this 'cause there's more. Um, yeah, they gave the presser. It was a lot. They gave a lot of information. Um, it was good. All right, let's see. Just look at chat. All right, my thoughts is that Tim, my brother, okay. We will know if they use informers and non they have to testify. Yeah. It's not really confession unless you confess. So he said the only way that he can get out to show them an area is if he's giving them something talking to them, but that's not a confession. He defined it as cooperating. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you caught that too. Yeah, see things like that, it takes a little bit of I don't know, detail to kind of see things like that. And I appreciate that from you guys. And I appreciate your guys' questions and where we can come and talk about this and for baby Emmanuel and get justice, which I 100% believe that the DA working together side by side with the Riverside County, San Bernardino County, um, Yucaipa, everybody that's involved in this, man, I'm very confident that they're going to seal the conviction. And how they're going to get there, you know how that road is with these cases. Um, the process of it, the evidence, the defense trying to say things that's not true. Uh, that's going to be interesting. What his defense is going to be. I mean, if he's uh, there is no plea deal. The DA has already said there's no plea deal. They're not messing around because they have enough evidence for a conviction, in their opinion, in their belief. So there is no plea deal where he can say like, "Look, I'm going to do this and do that." They said no. Um, so that's that. Let's see. Let's comments some more. Can you get a press pass? No, I don't know how to do that. But I'll look into that because I know press got I guess priority, if you want to call it that. Um, I know that press can have a camera in there, but it has to be authorized through the court, through the judge, through something in that. Uh, I mean, there's a lot of authorization going on with the media that they get more access in terms of that. But yeah, I'll look into it. My thoughts on that talking sergeant. Okay, let's see. Um, yeah, talk. Yep. Did you guys hear when the DA was talking in Spanish? Did you guys catch what he was saying? They say I have to wait for the DNA of the blood found in the house to come back, and it takes weeks. 100% top dog. 100%. Um, that's what the former LE was talking about, that they still have to come back for the search warrant for their blood, for Rebecca and Jake's blood. Too, they have to match that up, DNA swabs and stuff like that. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Damn, you guys are on it. I love it. An idea. Um, yeah, so they were just talking about the searches and stuff like that. Um, that the sheriff was talking about how nobody else should be out there besides them, um, to search. Which, from the beginning of this case, one of my goals, ideas was to go out there and also search for Baby and Manolito, but after the presser that they come out, it's gonna be a body recovery. Um, so I mean, if I go searching out there after this presser that today, how they were saying they were pretty much giving people warning not warning, but they're a suggestion. If you're not law enforcement, don't go out there and search. So it's a little disheartening, for people that want to go out there support. Um, look for Baby and Manolito. Um, and when I was there at the house, I looked around. There were some bags out there, looked around the tree and things like that. And yeah, I could see that. I could see where you're disturbing a potential crime scene. And I wouldn't want to be a part of that. I wouldn't want to be messing something up for this case, even though I do believe they have a lot of evidence, but I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on that. Maybe I can search around the areas where it has been searched. I don't know. What do you guys think? What are you guys' thoughts on that? And yeah, because it was a little disheartening. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, 100%. Yep. Yep. Um, and I'm regrouping right now, gathering up information and can't contaminate the crime scene. No, potential crime scene. I mean, that's what the DA was saying. And I mean, I have to respect that, and it's what he had said on that is potentially prejudice or damage the case um, in respect to searching for Baby and Manolito. Um, so yeah, I was a little torn by that. I was a little conflicted on that. Um, I mean, I want to go out there and search. I want to go out there more on the property and look around. Obviously, not go inside the property, respect property, their property and stuff like that. But um, just to go search. I don't know. I'm kind of torn with it between that because I had said at the start of the case that that's what I was going to do, and when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. When the presser came out today, yeah, it was a little disheartening, and I have to listen to what they're saying, and I have to listen to and respect that. So I don't know. I'm torn. I'm torn. I feel they got a lot of their information from the true crime community, and they kind of made the community feel like they weren't worthy. Yeah, yeah. You always have that with law enforcement, and they called their they called people in the true crime community what they call keyboard warriors. So I thought was funny, but they're pushing out awareness. People are pushing out awareness. The true crime community pushes out awareness for this case and gets the community going, posting up, hey, we're gonna be here for a vigil. We're gonna do posters. We're gonna go searching. We're gonna have a lunch for people, just to come together for the community. I mean, that's what yeah, keyboard warriors. That's what the sheriff was saying. I mean, yeah. Um, yeah, I just lost my thought on that. But I respect it. I respect that. I mean, I get it. You don't want a bunch of people going out there and searching and stuff like that. So I just want to keep my words. That's what I was going to do when the case came out. I said that I wanted to go out there and search, and I did. I went out in the property. If you see the live, I went around the property. It got dark because I couldn't set up StreamYard. I didn't have enough people for the live. But then I started getting traction, and I appreciate every one of you guys coming on here and subbing up and liking, so I can go live and bring you guys on the ground news and yeah, just being there. So I appreciate that from other creators when they're there, when they're at the house, when they're at the quote unquote crime scene, when they're saying, hey, this is a spot where this happened, this or that, and you're seeing it and you're commenting on it. Because sometimes you can see something that, maybe Ellie missed, or maybe that it could help them. Or someone comes forwards and say, "Hey, I saw her. I saw Rebecca at the Big Five. She didn't even get out of the car, whatever." I think it is a helpful tool. And yeah, it does damage, but that's just with anything, So it's up to you guys to sift through all that information and come to your own conclusions and what information you want to gather. The information that I put out is coming straight from the DA, the presser, coming from the sheriffs, coming from people on the locals, their opinions, and their thoughts, stuff like that. And I think that's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. On the other hand, I think that's cool. That's great to help for the awareness. Man, keyboard warriors. Mark, when you went walking around the property, did you see the stroller on the side of the house? I did. I did see the stroller. There was a stroller by the vigil, which I thought was a little out of place, kind of. But I did see a stroller there in the vigil. I don't know if that's the same stroller that was behind the house, the side of the house. Remember that picture that somebody posted that they were there? I don't know if that's the same stroller. So yeah, that's when I go back to there, I'm gonna ask. Let me write that down because I did see a stroller at the vigil. I don't know if it's the same one. It looked like the same one, but I don't know. They all look the same um, to me. Those strollers. But I'm gonna ask that question when I go out there again. Thank you, Top Dog. Oh man, yeah. So what are you guys' thoughts on the presser? I'm still going through my notes right now. What have you heard? What's going on? What are your thoughts on Rebecca and Jake? What are your thoughts on Baby and Manuelito? What are your thoughts on the community, the outreach, the support? What do you think about the DA? I mean, I want to hear you guys' opinions because a lot of the times, people have some really good insights on when things come out. It's from their point of view, and sometimes, uh, like I see something and someone's like, "Oh, wow, okay." And so, yeah, if you guys have any comments, put them out there and I'll read them out and then we can go over it. If you have any questions, I'll read them out. But I did see the stroller. I did see the stroller. So I'm going to ask when I go out there. I've been trying to get my Facebook and YouTube going. I wanted to come out to be there the next Thursday for the court hearing, but I don't know if I'm going to make it. True Crime Girl, if you can make it, if you're a local and you want to get that started, I highly recommend it to, in my opinion, get involved with Baby Manolito's case and have that out for your viewers and just the awareness. I mean, it's if you go out there, shoot me an email or a comment and yeah, maybe we can link up and share notes or go live together or whatever you want, for the case. Uh, let me know. It sounds like you have a lot of good insight on this. So we'd like to hear your thoughts, what you think. I'm worried about the sheriff's department. Oh, gotcha. Top dog, no worries. Sheriff's department working together. I think there will be a conflict of interest. Yeah, that was my thought too, that there was gonna be a conflict of interest with the sheriff departments, with the DA's department. But from what I gathered from the presser is that they're working together. They're working pretty good. They're working yeah, that they're just working together. I didn't feel or see or heard anything that contradicting that, I'm gonna take the case, you're not gonna take the case. What I heard was that they're working together. they have two DAs working together. The sheriff's department's working together with the DA, and the DA was like, "Hey, if you need anything, let me know. I got you." Was what the sheriff, Mike, the DA, was saying. I say Mike because that's what everybody was calling him. I want to call him Michael, but I mean that's what everybody calls him, Mike, and it's easier. So the DA, when I say Mike, the DA, that's him. Um, let's see, let's go to the chat. Hello, oh hi Mark, hey Kate. It's 6:41 here. I think you're from the UK, if that's correct. I like the DA. Just hope they have a good judge who actually gives them a no justice. Yeah, and I think that's why the DA was saying, like, look, this other judge hopefully doesn't get spilled over to the judge that gets this case. Um, yeah, because I mean, if could you imagine the judge for whatever gives him probation, 180 days community service? I mean, the whole city would. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to talk like that, but that wouldn't be good, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Especially considering that they have a lot of evidence. Uh, but you never know with these judges, and just never know. And so yeah, welcome in, Kate. Appreciate you coming in. Um, there would be an uproar, in my opinion. There would be an uproar, and from what I was hearing too, that uh, before the arrest on that Friday when they arrested Jake and Rebecca, that there was going to be a protest, a big protest or a protest that day, and then that's the day that they got arrested. Coincidentally enough. So, um, I mean, I just can't imagine if they go free even after all the evidence, after what the DA has put in, after all the man hours, after that went through, that this judge decides to let them both go, let one go, slap on the wrist. Uh, I don't know, man. That would be wild. Yes, UK ready for work. I can imagine how the LE and DA felt after his last case. Yeah, 100%, King, 100%. I heard that, and that's why I think they arrested them that day because they knew they heard it too. Yeah, and I think I think you're right too because they were scrambling to file too. Um, they were scrambling to file uh the charges. When I was at the courthouse, um, let's move to and put that one right there, and then I'll come back to your top dog. Um, so let me go over that again. I heard that, and that's why I think they arrested them, or true crime, I'm sorry, that day because they knew and they heard it too. Yep. So when I was there, that's what I heard too. When I was out there talking to the locals, and they were saying that there was a going to be a protest Friday, and then that's when they got arrested. Um, the didn't the DA that the judge, the last judge who trial Jake was filling judge from account? Yeah, yeah, top dog. Yeah, 100%. Yep. He was the sitting substitute judge. That is true. Yes, who's from another case and wanted to give him a chance. Well, that didn't go well, and Emmanuel wouldn't have been born. True, true. Ooh, man, yeah, this judge messed up bad, horribly. A traveling judge, yep. Wow. Um, let's see. So, did you guys hear when the DA was talking in Spanish? One of the reporters asked him a couple questions in Spanish. Um, I wanted to translate that, and pretty much what he had said was that the judge. He went on the judge when he was talking Spanish. Yeah, true crime girl. Yep. He was saying that he made a bad decision, that the judge made a bad decision, that they all have a note, they all have a duty, and that this case was for prison. That's what he was saying in Spanish. That's what he was saying. So he went in on him again uh, for that decision, and I applaud him for that. I applaud him that. Um, it's nice to hear them talk about certain things like that when LE or judges make certain, excuse me, certain. Oh, finally my avatar came up, or did it? I don't know. Um, so yeah, I applaud him for that. That was good of him. So that's what he was saying in Spanish. One of the reporters, I think there was like two reporters asking him in Spanish. There's a lot of the Spanish speaking communities out there a lot, so that's good getting that information out to not only Spanish speaking people but bilinguals and such. So that's always good. Um, so yeah, so then after that had happened, after the question was in Spanish, that's when the DA was saying that the confessions were not true. Um, I mean, that's what they're saying. That's what the district attorney Mike was saying, and that was today. That was this morning. I heard that the judge is now a car park attendant while in my dreams. I imagine that the judge is now keeping a very low profile. Yeah, absolutely, Kate. 100%. Let's see. Oh, so what do you guys think? You guys think I should still go searching respectfully? You think I should, what do you guys think I should continue my search for baby and Emanuelito? Definitely would like to hear you guys' input and opinions on that because I'm conflicted right now. It's 50-50. Just read the comments, man. You guys are doing good. You guys, there's a good group of people. I like where you guys' head at. Good questions, good feedback. Thank you. Thank you, chat. As bad as that Ahmed was able to get the message to the Hispanic community, now he's not going to be able to because he's off this case, and that is not good in my opinion. Yeah, search for leads or more videos from stores. Yeah, Top Dog. That was another idea I had too. Is going around the businesses. I'm not sure because it's been a minute now, but I will definitely ask if there's any surveillance video of of the Big Five area, cars coming in and out. There's a video on my page if you guys have a chance after later of the football field where um they were at, and there's a camera in the school, and you can see when cars are coming in and out. Uh, Man, I would love to see that footage, and I'm sure that's gonna be brought out in evidence. They said they had a lot of footage. So that'd be interesting to watch. But yeah, that's something. True crime girl. Follow your intuition and heart. Yeah, yeah. What did LE say about searching? They're pretty much saying if you're not law enforcement, if you're not out, that you shouldn't be out there, is what they're pretty much. They said it bluntly, pretty much. Don't be out there. You're only going to impede the investigation. And the DA was also saying that you could potentially what was his words? What was his words? He said like contaminate, prejudicial. Here it is. You could put the DA said about the searching. You could potentially prejudice, uh, or damage the case. I mean, that's some strong words, right? So I will heed that recommendation. I will take that recommendation. I just when I say something, I want to do it and I want to follow through when I say something. Um, but maybe again I can just kind of go on scene and maybe if the searches have already happened there, maybe I can go in there and search after they had already searched. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to go into private properties. That's stupid. I'm not going to go while they're searching. I'm not going to go in there uh, and video, maybe from afar. Uh, so yeah, that would be it right there. Yeah, but it's let me read the chat. I do, yeah. I'd like to know when was the last time an oil was seen out in public or with family members? Yeah, that's a good question too. When was the last time he was seen? And from what I gathered from the presser, I think the DA is going to have witnesses. They said they have a lot of witnesses coming forward. So whether that's family, when did you last see baby Manuel? How was his condition when you saw him? Did you hold him? Was he talking? Was he sleepy? Was he hungry? I mean, all these things I'm sure they're going to ask. Family members, witnesses, friends, and stuff like that. They said they have a lot of witnesses, a lot of witnesses. So that's gonna be interesting. I think you should do what you feel is right, but be careful. Yeah, definitely appreciate that, Kate. I'll definitely be careful. The last thing I want to do is mess up um a potential crime scene. I mean, I would never do that ever. Here's what I have to say. You sound smart and intelligent. You know if you find something, you're not gonna touch it. You would mark it, call him, I want to let them know. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that, true crime girl. You too, you have a lot of good insight. Everybody does here. I like the script in the chat. Everybody's pretty respectful, having their thoughts, their concerns, input. So I really appreciate that from everybody here. Um, so yeah, I'll play it by ear. I'll go out there and play it by ear. If I feel or see something that's suspicious, a mound, a grave, maybe something with a cross on it. I don't see Jake doing that. I don't see this guy having remorse after he would do something like that, allegedly. Um, I just don't see him doing that, putting a cross on that, taking the time to go out there, digging, hiking. I mean, the guy just seems like a lazy POS. I just don't see him doing that. When keyboard warriors. Yeah, that's that's funny. That's funny. Um, okay, yeah. So this is uh this is a quote, yeah, from the sheriff. There should be no one out there looking for baby Emmanuel except for us. And that's a direct quote from Nicholas Clark, the sheriff, the lead sheriff, the lead investigator. Uh, that's from his mouth. That's fact. That's true. That's exactly what he said. There should be no one out looking for baby Emmanuel except for us. Nicholas Clark quoted. ¿Cómo la ven? ¿Cómo la ven? Yeah, a little frustrating, but I respect it. I respect it. Yeah, and what was he drinking? Let me go back. We have a heart, we have compassion, we have feeling, and that's why we all feel the same way about this little baby. Absolutely. Please be careful if you do. Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that. True crime girl and Ronan Lewis too is in the house. She's the cool person. I see her around. Um, but I'll definitely be careful. Definitely. Yeah, the lead investigator, Nicholas Clark. That's what he was saying. He had two entire departments, two DA. He also said, and he was begging, he said, quote, begging not to be part of it. Begging not to be part of it. Um, I mean, I have to put some weight into what these guys are saying. Have to. I mean, they know a lot more than the public, and as it should be. Um, I was thinking they must be on rugs, and apparently, I looked on YouTube. They were on the mathematics. They were doing some math. Dang. Wouldn't get past them, but I mean, isn't math, doesn't that get you all hyped up and hyper and stuff? I mean, uh, yeah, yeah, could be, could be. I don't know. I don't know. When I was out there searching the property, not the property. I'm sorry, let me take that back. When I was searching outside of the property and into public areas, I did see a backpack and there was a needle underneath it, which was gross. So there's drug use out there. And from what I heard from the locals is they call it math town, math city. Uh, so take it how you will. But to me, when I'm out there, it was pretty nice. I mean, it wasn't. I don't know. It just it had a different vibe, but I didn't. I don't know. Maybe because the casino's out there, Casino Morongo is out there. You know that um, invites a different crowd. But I don't know. Let's go to the comments. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate you guys being here. Really appreciate it. This is my second live, and the presser came out with some new information, a lot of information. I feel that a lot of people missed. Um, and this group of in the chat, um, yeah, I mean, you guys are absorbing the information. I really appreciate that. Let's see the chat. True Crime Girl says, so what does that actually mean, Mark? I didn't understand what he was saying, but that just kind of got me through off. Which part? True Girl? Excuse me. Excuse me. Which part was that you want me to say again? Daniel was on the stuff and Lily and Jack case. Yeah, that's another case too that deserves some justice. I was following that case too pretty closely. Uh and know some people from close to the case. Online know them, just from the true crime community. What the guy said. Um the begging not to be part of it part or which part? Yeah, he's just pretty much the lead investigator, Nicholas Clark. Pretty much was saying, and I quote, there should be no one out looking for baby Emmanuel except for us. That's a direct quote. Another quote is saying, begging not to be part of it. So pretty much begging not to be part of the, in my opinion, I mean, just to go out there and search. He's saying that don't go out there if you're not them, if you're not LE, don't go out there and go searching for baby Emmanuel. A lot of people wanted to do that, but now with the presser that this came out this morning, and it kind of just threw me off. I mean, not threw me off, but it gave me pause. I'll put it that way. It gave me pause. But that's what, in my opinion, that's pretty much. He said it bluntly. I mean, he just said don't be part of it. Don't be part of the whole sensationalism. Maybe I caught a little bit of that. Don't beg, and he's begging. He's like, I'm begging not to be part of it. Okay, noted. Nicholas Clark, lead investigations. But I have a lot of respect for these people, the DA, the sheriffs, mad respect. I don't want to. gloss over that or come across like that. I mean, I'm very confident that they will secure a guilty or at least present a guilty case to the judge, to the jury, however it goes forward. And I will be there September 4th, um, and seeing how it plays out. Oh crap. Oh my God, I just banned True Crime Girl on accident. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, shit. How do I Oh my God, I was trying to change the. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. If you're hearing this, I'm so sorry. I pressed the wrong button. Oh my God. No. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I was trying to change the. Wow, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, goodness. Give me 1 second. Let me see how I can unban her. That's pretty dumb of me. Just give me 1 second. Oh, that sucks. TikTok donuts. What does that mean? Fudge. True crime. Let me see if I can go to her page real quick. What was her name? True crime. True crime girl. TikTok donuts. True crime girl. Yeah, I want to do that now. I don't want to not do that and then forget. You know how that is. Um, you guys can just hold on a minute because there's a lot more stuff I want to go through. Uh, people and sharing. Here we go. Blocked. Here we go. Getting somewhere. Mm, I feel horrible. She was giving some good information, some good feedback. Guess she has a lot of people in her family that do true crime. So, so I am liking her feedback. Fudge. Hey, True Crime Girl, if you're listening, I'm so sorry that I did that. It was an accident. Um, I'm trying to unblock, unban. Um, fudge. So, so I'm just not going to cover this case anymore. Dude, I don't know. I don't know. He said he was going on vacation, but um, everybody from law enforcement, everybody's just tired. She has Ellie in her family. Yeah, she does. She's saying some good points and good stuff. Mm, Fudge, man. I mean, I'm at the page where if you ban her, she won't hear you. You owe her flowers. Yeah, definitely. And some chocolate too. While I'm at it. She should be able she should be able to hear me. She just won't be able to comment. Um, which I was enjoying her comments. We all were, and her feedback. Um, hold on, let me try something. Appreciate you guys hanging in here and chatting and hanging out for hours, yeah. I want to do this now because I just don't want to not do it. You know what I mean, guys? Like I want to unblock her. I don't want to wait. Yeah, and feedback. Yeah, she was giving me giving us some good feedback. Everybody is here. Everybody's being respectful, being cool. That's my kind of crowd. You know, people that are chill, people that bring people up, don't bring people down. I mean, that's my crowd. Okay, what did Kate say? First lesson build YouTube channel. Not this. No, not at all. The opposite of what I'm doing, guys. Uh, the opposite of what I'm doing. Oh, that's funny. Okay, here we go. Are you always going to go live around this time? Yeah, maybe around this time. It just depends because I usually go night hiking. So, um, just because it gets it's too hot in the day, so I go at night. And but yeah, usually it'll depend. Usually maybe in the morning, maybe at night. Yeah, just all depend. But I like this crowd at this time, so that gives me a good idea of like that it's a good crowd. So maybe yeah, this would be a good one after catch up on everything in the news and things like that. Uh, I'll be live when I'm out there again too. Um, so make sure you guys hit the notifications on there and all notifications. So when I'm live, I'll be live either from the house, from the Big Five, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts and inputs, and maybe we can bring people up and we can have a conversation and chat and your theories and because this case is moving fast. That's for sure. This case moves fast. There's an arrest, there's search warrants, digital evidence, footage. They said they had a ton of footage. Um, so definitely want to. I'll set up so where somebody can come up and have your thoughts, no pressure. Because it's always nice to hear what people think and stuff like that. Especially smarter people than me, people who are funnier, people who are just smarter, that know things and stuff like that. I always like listening to people like that when it comes to true crime and other things. All right, let's see. Yep, some Bernardino's not messing around. Not messing around. You guys can hear me okay? Cool, cool. Sweet. Okay, so settings, open YouTube Studio app. Tap your profile picture, settings, community, look for hidden users. Okay, so here we go. YouTube Studio, click on your thing, settings. YouTube Studios. There's no there's no option for that. That's weird. Community thing, settings. And that sucks. Comments. Oh man, I don't know. I feel bad. I'll be doing this kind of on the background, but I'll talk in the meantime. So that way, uh, we're moving along. But True Crime Girl, I am so sorry that I did that. I was trying to press a different button. So please forgive me. I'll get you back on 100%. And I think chat was saying that I owe you flowers. So uh, let's see. I have a question of sorts. Jack is in a red jumpsuit, which in Cal means high protective. So how come Jake didn't think it's strange that he had a cellmate? I'm not sure. Jack and Christine sent to jail. They talked about that on the press conference. So does that mean he could have a cellmate? It's different in the UK. Oh, that's right, because Kate's from the UK. Oh, that's awesome. I think the jail saw informant rumor has may have not have been true. Yeah, I mean that's what the DA is saying, and I'm gonna go by what the DA is saying. Um, they're giving us information. I don't know why they would say otherwise. If they come out and say, "Look, we had to lie to you because of the investigation, it would compromise it." I mean, they could have just said no comment and left it at that, but they said, "Nope, that's not true." But usually it's law enforcement. Usually the DA, I don't know why they would lie and say it's not. But the other guy that brought that news out, I mean, he's holding, mm, he's saying that he has reliable sources that that did happen. I don't know. I'm going by what the DA is saying, an official person. Um, so Lewis, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. I mean, it would be interesting, right? Uh, if he did confess and maybe that's what they were out there for on the Highway 60, but um, I mean, they already said he's cooperating, so I don't know if somebody misinterpreted cooperating with confession. He's cooperating, but that doesn't mean he's confessing. Maybe he's saying, Rebecca told him where the baby is. You know, they haven't said, "Hey, he told us that the baby's there." All they said is they're cooperating. The suspects are cooperating. Plural is from what I got. I don't know if he misspoke, but usually, I mean, he would say Jake is cooperating with us, Rebecca is not. They said the suspects. So that to me, I think, you know, Jake might have said, "Hey, she told me that it's here," you know, because I mean, he's a liar. He's done this to baby Manuelito because now the DA believes it's a recovery mission and they believe they might know where the remains are. Statistically, we know that the longer somebody's missing, the probability of them being alive goes way down. Yeah. I keep thinking about the interview with Jake and Rebecca when Jake said, "Make sure you feed and change him." I wonder if it's because he wasn't doing it. Oh, yeah, it's a good catch. They also denied there was a fire. I think the neighbors would disagree. They didn't deny there wasn't a fire. The DA just said he wasn't aware of a fire, meaning he didn't know. Um, but there was definitely fire. I was there. And you probably seen it on the news too. Kate, Jake seems like a liar. Yeah, for sure. Cuevas, for sure. Yes, I hear you. True, Mark. Yep. Lewis, oh, Jake needs to eat a ton of prunes to flush all the BS. About what if they were starving him? Yeah. Well, Rome, that's what the DA was saying that they believe, from when he was born to when it, potentially when he was unalive, that he sustained abuse and that he had succumbed from his injuries, meaning that, you know, however you want to put it, and I want to be careful too because of YouTube and stuff like that. They're funny with words. But I'm just gonna go with what the DA was saying about that he succumbed to his injuries, and then they had to, do with what they needed to do. And I believe, in my opinion, that they both, a couple weeks before the Ola interview, was that they were trying to gather their story straight. Maybe 2 weeks, maybe when she got the black eye, and they got together. Um, but what are your thoughts? What are you guys' thoughts on that? On what the DA was saying that he succumbed to his injuries? What do you guys make of that? Sure, they could have. I just keep thinking about him. Yeah, definitely. Tyler, they were starting. All the pictures of Emmanuel on social media, he does not look good. Especially the one when he's laying down on a blanket. He already looks unalived in the blanket on bad, very bad shape. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that picture's, I mean, most of the pictures, right? You don't see him smiling. You don't see him, I mean, babies are cheerful, uh, but you don't see any of that, which is odd. Dog, top dog. Looks very pale on picture and laying on his back. Yeah, he does. He does look pale. Here's another one of my notes that I was taking is that um the DA was saying that there's no plea deal. There's no plea deal on the table. Um, and that there is no death penalty on the case. They don't have a death for this case. If you guys were here for the beginning of the live stream, we talked about that there's a moratorium, a pause on the death penalty. California, we do still have it. We haven't abolished it. It was only put on pause by Gavin Newsom. But it is there. It's just on pause indefinitely until he changes it, puts it permanently, or somebody, or a new governor comes in and changes it. Yeah, no plea. No, that's what DA was saying. He's like, heck no, there's no plea deal for Jake or Rebecca. They're not interested. They said they're not interested in a plea deal. And $1 million bond too, 100,000 cash. 10% of $1 million is $100. $100. $100,000 cash. Cash for each of them. I don't want to put out misinformation, but in the last case, didn't Jake Google how to feed a baby with injuries? Yeah, that's what I heard that too. That's okay. I mean, we can talk about stuff like that, especially when you're saying, in my opinion, or this is what I heard. I mean, that's okay too, because we're here to discuss it. It's one thing saying like we found the body, a baby in Manuelito, just to put it in perspective. So I appreciate that, Louis. But yeah, that's what I heard too. And from what the injuries were saying, uh, I mean, I believe it. I mean, that's just my opinion. I believe that he searched that. I mean, why wouldn't he? If he was having trouble, if she was having trouble eating, how can I do this? How can I hide what I'm doing? In my opinion, I wouldn't get past that guy that he did that. In my humble opinion. Oh, here we go. I found it. I unblocked her. Sweet. All right, sweet. Unblocked. That's one thing about me is I don't give up. I never give up. So she's unblocked, saved. All right. You guys hear me okay? Just want to make sure the audio's still good. Yep. I unblocked her, unbanned her. I'm so sorry. Again, my apologies. But as you see, I kept going at it. I didn't want to not do it, not unblock her. Thank you, Top Dog. Appreciate that. So yeah, that was another thing that the DA was saying that we're not interested in a plea deal. $1 million bond, 100,000 cash. Thank you. Cold hard cash, which I doubt they're going to come up with. There was also there was also another question by one of the reporters, which was pretty well done, Mark. Yeah, okay, for sure. There was there's a question that they said that there was a 911 call before the arrest on Friday. Did you guys hear about that? That Jake made a 911 call to the sheriff's department? Yes, true crime girl, she is back. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ugh, long day. Oh, true crime girl. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I'm so sorry. I was going at it. Everybody was here. They all saw I was going at it. I didn't want to not have you back today or forget about it. And later on, you know how that is. Just I wanted to make sure today, now that I unblocked you, unbanned you. Again, I'm so sorry. Everybody put in flowers for true crime girl for welcoming back. uh, that's crazy. Oh, and chocolates too. So I eat flowers and chocolate whenever I see you. 100,000 cash bond. I went out and then came back, and you're good, Mark. You owe me chocolate for sure. Mark, did you block her timer? Excuse me. I banned her. There's options right here because my screen is so small. I'm on my iPhone, and there's options to hide, the chat. Put like a comment on the screen, and then time someone out, ban someone out. So I accidentally hit the ban uh on there, and I think Kate was saying something, if you're starting a YouTube channel, that you shouldn't do that. So welcome back. Welcome back. We missed you. We definitely did. And again, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up, share, like. Um, there's a really good crowd in here. I like it. Real chill crowd, real respectful. Yeah, this is my kind of crowd. Yeah, I thought you could definitely hear me, so that's why I was trying to say that. Appreciate you sticking around. So who do we got here? Lewis Cuevas, True Crime Girl, Kate, Ryan, Top Dog, Carrie, or True Crime. Oh, thanks. Carrie, I support my girls. Hi, Lewis. Sorry it took forever for my emojis to load. Just trying to catch up on the chat. True Crime come back. Yeah. I've had a broken rib. It hurts to breathe. Whoa, Rowan. Whoa, it's wild. Yeah, I mean, I don't know when your ribs were broken, but imagine a baby, an infant, 6, 7 month old. Hey, Mark, hey, everybody. Didn't see it. The judge say cash bond, though. It means they have means they have to have 1 million cash or no go. Yeah, $1 million. What they have to do is post 10% of that, which would be 100,000, but it has to be in cash. So you got to put that in a briefcase, in a duffel bag, um, and take it to the court, and you can get released technically until your court hearing. I've been following the case from day one. Yeah, for sure. Appreciate that for baby Manuelito, for sure. I'm reading and hearing that. Apparently how to feed a baby with a broken ribs. Yep, I heard that too. Yeah, for sure. He wants to help you out. Once you learn how to make people mods, then you will be good. Let's work for you. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, actually today, before the live. Um, about having mods. It's a small channel. It's new. Um, and usually trolls come into bigger channels and stuff like that. But whoever's in here, I can tell you guys are pretty cool and what you said. I can read your comments. You guys are being respectful and good. And if you guys want to mod for my channel, put a one. Um, if you want to be a mod, and I'll mod you up, and that way, yeah, trolls. Uh, but it's a small channel, stuff like that. But you rarely see it. But yeah, if you guys want to mod up and be a part of this, and yeah, let me know. Put a one in the chat. And cool with it, and with a cash bond, they have to have a full amount, so they have to have the million each. Well, here in California, um, yeah, it's 10%. What happens is, um, if you break the how should I put this? It's like 10% of that to get released. If you break the conditions of your release, then you're pretty much have to pay that $1 million. You're out on $1 million bond. Well, that's over your head. But if you pay 10% of that, then you're out, which is 100,000 cash. That's the rules here in California. But yeah, I mean you're right. Yeah, they have to. It's $1 million pretty much each over their heads. And you have to present $100,000 cash up front on the table if you want to get released. Yeah, technically they could. Technically they could. Technically they could. Okay, let me make sure I do this right for modding because I don't want to ban anybody else again. So give me a second, please. So I'll do that while I'm talking and while you guys are reading the chat. But yeah, technically they could get out. Yeah, for sure. If they have $100,000 cash, cold hard cash, they can bring it up there to the county clerk and they can count it out right there with the machine. And it might take a minute to count that money, but if they have that money, if someone brings it in, yeah, they could technically be out. Um, it's wild, but that's the law here in California for that type of thing. Um, so another reporter also asked in Spanish. I don't know if you heard it. He was asking if they're confident or if they're okay with the no body, if they're able to go forward with the case, or if they're confident about the case, something like that to the effect. And the DA was saying that yeah, they're pretty confident even without a body in this case that they could prosecute. That's how confident they are. Oh, excuse me. There was a case here. We talked about that earlier today in the live. We were talking about nobody, the nobody case here in California. Um, it was in Shasta County here in California. Nikki McCain. Um, the guy was charged with murder, no body, and to this day the body hasn't been found. I'm going to here, see what's going on. Again, I don't want to delete or put somebody in timeout. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to figure things out. It's my second live, and I appreciate you guys being here. I just don't want to do the same mistake I did earlier. Hopefully, I'll get a computer soon. That way, I can we can watch the news conferences uh, together and kind of recap on it. Because I noticed that they weren't translating the Spanish ones. And this morning, I was trying to go on there to kind of translate that because they were coming out with some good information, but they weren't translating it. Um, and one of them was comment was with the no body one. That one was a good one. I wonder what was happening with the house they're living in. Yeah, no, good question. So the death penalty is on the table. That was another question they were asking about that, and it has to be have special circumstances. And from what I was reading, um, if you kill an officer, then that's eligible for the death penalty here in California. Because I hear that a lot if there's the death penalty and people are saying no, but we do have it. We haven't abolished it. We do have the death penalty here in California. It's just on pause. Another special circumstance too is murder for financial gain. Whoa, that could get you that death penalty eligible. Another one too is if the murder involves torture or extreme cruelty. I think maybe that's why they were trying to look for the body. I mean, obviously they're going to look for the body, but I think it would tell you so much information too with that, especially with an infant and broken bones, um, especially broken bones, right? That could be an indication of that. And another one too, I was reading, it says murder of a child under the age of 14, which this falls under. So I'm not sure. Um, why they didn't say, hey, we're gonna put that on the table, because I that to me would be, I would be okay with that. So it's over their heads, because it could change here in California. Gavin Newsom, the governor, put that in, but he can only do two terms, and somebody else can come in and change that law, and then you're in line for the death penalty. So that was pretty interesting. That was what one of the guys was saying in Spanish. He was asking. I thought that was pretty interesting. What the DA was saying. All right, let me read the comments. I'm just trying to figure this out, how to mod people up. I see people, they do it real fast, but since I'm on StreamYard, it's just a different thing. Um, YouTube Studios. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Let me catch up on the chat real quick. Catch up on the chat. Marty for two channels, True Crime Girl. Okay, cool. Yep, Google Day Cash Spawn. Yep, I used to mark for a crime channel. Love me a tasty troll. Uh, that's fun. True Crime Girl. Oh wow, then they possibly could get out. Yeah, technically they could get out. I think Jake's family have money. Maybe. Los Cuevas, Kate really. Hey, yes, I heard that too. I haven't heard that they had money. Um, but I heard he was all in like disability or workers' comp or something like that. That he filed for that a lot. Is it true that Jake's family owns a few hotels in the area? I haven't heard that. Usually the locals will know that. If you own hotels and things like that, people kind of know, like business owners. A lot of the towns like that kind of know uh people's names and things like that when it comes to businesses and things like that. But I'll definitely look into that and see what his family background is. I mean, that property's huge, but there was a video online that it wasn't Jake's property, that he was just renting it. Supposedly it was transferred over to him, but then the owner, he's like, no, I'm the owner. He's just renting it from me. Um, let's see. Luis Cuevas, he had a public defender. Maybe he's strange. Maybe his mother owns properties and stepdad is the landlord, apparently. Oh, okay. Cali stinks, sorry. In other states, normal bond is 20%, cash bond is full amount. Yeah, I mean, that's just what the laws of legislation and the bills get passed. But I mean, if 10% is asking for type type beneath, the type beneath, that's funny. Hey, and welcome in, Carrie. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate every single one of you guys here. Okay, me too. I'm wondering why has Laura Hughes left the case. Well, he kicked True Crime Bro. He kicked him to the curb. He just didn't want to work with him, and that's from the lawyer. He got a new lawyer. Allegedly, is that the lawyer did not want Jake. Supposedly, allegedly. True crime. I think it's because it's a no-one case. Yeah, that, my opinion, that could be it too. Because you know how it is with defense lawyers. They want to be when it's a high profile case, they want to get in there, get their name out there. But or it could just be financial too. But yeah, that's a good point too. Okay, apparently his slimy lawyer bailed out, doesn't want to be connected to this case. Not good publicity. Yeah, it's not. I wonder what is going to happen with the house they were living at. Um, Probably, I don't know. Probably the landlord's still there. You know, whoever owns that land. I support my girls, you might be right. His mom owns it. Probably would pay him enough. Okay, nothing the stepdad owns. It's Jake's room. Maybe they will sell rent the house out. Interesting. I would never live in that house knowing that house is a crime scene. All that stuff going on several people has died in that house. Yep. Got a bad feeling, the bad vibe of that house. For the same, sure. That's why Chad Table got the death penalty. Yep. Couldn't either. Some people say maybe Emmanuel got into the rugs and unalive from the house, but I doubt looking at the pictures Emmanuel was very active. Had to fix a couple words, YouTube sakes. No worries, Carrie. We got you. No judgment here. Carrie, I doubt that little Emmanuel was active at all. Me too, Kate. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, from what the DA was saying, that it was a period of time that baby Emmanuel was abused and that both parents had to know. Their belief is that he succumbed to his injuries, and that's straight from the DA. Community. Just playing around with this a little bit. Um, and I really need to get a computer. Make things much easier. Let's go look at Colin Martin. I think you should try to get an interview with the grandmother. Oh, really? Top dog? Oh, that'd be interesting. See, the thing with that though, from this morning's pressers, they're saying that there's a lot of witnesses that are eyewitnesses. So I'm wondering if the grandmother, if they're going to testify or witnesses, right? But yeah, I'll write that down. Definitely, I'll look into that, and it doesn't hurt to try and see, if there's if I can ask you a couple questions. A lot of people when I was out there, I mean, they're gladly talk to me. Um, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to go live, but now that I am, I will be doing that. I'll be talking to them, and they're pretty nice. The locals there and the support from Manuel, man, they're super nice how they come together. You don't see that sometimes with other cases, the support, but I'd say most of them do. I'll say that, yeah, for sure. And supposedly she doesn't live too far either from taking Rebecca's house. Let's see what you guys are saying. The comments. Mark, I think you should try again. Yeah. Yeah, I wrote that down. Top dog. That's a great idea. Yeah, I think so. He already said neither of them would hurt the baby. She is on their side, I think. Oh, really? Okay. Apparently, the grandmother, that's her name, never met my mom. I still don't believe that. Whoa, that's wild. She's supposed to live right up the street from them. Yeah, yeah, that's what I heard. And supposedly there was like a blacked out. There's one that I see on the corner of the stop sign that that I saw, and supposedly that was the house, but I can't confirm that. But when I'm out there, I'll definitely ask around, and if that's the case, and maybe I can, without going into their property, obviously, maybe I can take some footage, maybe go live, search around there, outside, in the public area. That'd be interesting. Oh, and my light is going dim. Let's read your comments. She's supposed to live right up the street. Yep. The other grandma, okay. 10-4. 10-4, yep. Sorry for Kev, hit something on accident. I know the one. So it was with here, don't worry. I'll hit the buttons accidentally just from Emmanuel. Frankie. Sir. Hey, can you guys do me a big favor? Can you guys put your URL? You know how sometimes YouTube will have those weird name and numbers? Can you guys put that in the chat so I can punch it in here? I found the spot where I can mod you guys up. That'd be awesome. That way it looks professional too, right? Actually, you know what? Luis Cuevas, yeah, I think that's yours, right? It's like just your name. And I really appreciate you, Luis Cuevas. I've seen you around. You're really cool. I like you. Let's see if that works. Hopefully that worked. I know there's like a lag on here, but um, hopefully it works. So I'm on my phone, so once I save it, it takes me out of the settings. All right, soon, soon, soon. I'll look at some computers tonight. Maybe I can get like just a decent one. I don't need a crazy, crazy one. Just messing around here with this community settings. Missions. See, I wish the app had more more options. Let me know if it worked. No? Oh shit. Lucy's here. Hey Lucy, how you doing? She's also from the UK, if if I'm correct. You just got the notification? It's funny. Oh, Australia, that's right. My bad. The accent. That's right, Lucy. Welcome in. Pretty chill group of people today, Lucy. And I'm just playing around with YouTube Studios. We went through a lot of information from the presser. A lot of information, a lot of feedback from the chat, a lot of good questions, a lot of great points. It's a really good live. I'm glad I came on live right when it's fresh. I like go over information right when it's fresh, right when it's in my head. Um, because then later it just doesn't translate good. It doesn't register good. YouTube Studios. Yeah, it's 12 a.m. here. See this on the YouTube app. It's limited in what I can do, but that's okay. I'll go to desktop on the phone, YouTube. There we go. YouTube Studios. Why does it keep popping up like that? 5 p.m. in Australia. Whoa. My channel, manage channel. You know what's crazy? I just needed 50 subscribers to go live, and managed to do it in one day. I managed. I was in. Shout out to Sleuth Intuition, Clutched and Pearls, and Allegedly Speculating. They like stopped me uh, uh, to more than 50 subscribers, and I was able to go live. So that was pretty cool. Then see creators like that. I mean, that's awesome. Where they're just like, hey, there's room for everybody. I really like people like that. How they bring you up. Um, because I'm the same way. I like bringing people up. YouTube Studios. Yeah, definitely see. Uh, and to my credit too. I mean, I got to pat myself on the back a little bit too. I went out there at 3 in the morning, got everything ready. and make sure to cover the case for everybody because I had a lot of on the true crime community. I would go around channels and chat with people and stuff like that. So I thought it would be good to put awareness out there for this case. Going to the courtroom 7:30. That was interesting. When I was there at the courthouse at the court date, they still had at 7:30. They still hadn't filed charges. Isn't that wild? 7:30. It wasn't on there. I asked, where can I go for the hearing? They said it's not yeah, for sure, Lewis. Yeah, cool dude. And they still hadn't filed for charges. And they had until 12 p.m. That was wild. Um, the clerk was checking the computer and she couldn't find anything. Yeah, Dr. Vonna, it's cool. Drunk Turkey Show, yeah, they're cool too. Yeah, see like DT, Dr. Vonna, Sleuth, like those people, they're good people. Um, they do their thing and hey, check out this channel. Um, nothing but nice, cool things to say about them. YouTube Studios, settings, audience. Nope. Country of residence, creator demographics. It took you 2 years to find good people. Yeah, yeah, there is good people, there's chill people, definitely. Yeah, you've been on Drunk Turkey chat. I seen you there. You've been there for a while. Um, and for a reason. There's a reason he does good. Um, it was funny because I was one of his first mods other than Steelers fan. And I was like, man, this guy's gonna blow up when he had like X amount of subs, when he didn't have uh when he only had Steelers fan as a mod. I'm like, damn, you guys are doing good. And I knew he was gonna blow up. You can just tell there's certain people that they put in the work, they're knowledgeable, and not only that, but you have to present it in a fashion where people can hear it, can talk about it, can have their opinions, and um, just be part of the true crime community. And and I saw that in him. And I'm sure he did too, because he's obviously doing good. So yeah, I like that guy. Yeah, true crime. Yeah, I'm using the YouTube. Yeah, I'm using the YouTube app on my phone, and I'm using StreamYards too on my phone. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the desktop as I'm trying to talk um to try to put in the names on here, but it keeps putting me onto the mobile app. So I'm trying to bypass that. YouTube Studios. Fix issues, ideas for creators. How much is it like a computer, like a laptop that's budget friendly or however you want to say it for YouTube? I mean, I'm not going to be doing gaming, right? I was back in my day, not no more. Channel copyright. The other thing too I like is that when people take like my content and pictures and stuff like that, they give credit. So that's pretty cool. I like that. 200. Oh, damn, it's not bad. Settings, your channel, live. It's weird. Yeah, see, it's not letting me go into live. No problem. Go back into here. Yeah, there's a huge range. Yeah, less powerful. Whoa. Now I have a 1400 laptop that does whatever I needed to do. Damn, that'd be cool. Nice one too. Gotta start somewhere, huh? Dashboard. Last time I came into the dashboard, went into here, switch accounts and messages, settings. Oh, here we go. Content, community, customization. It's weird. It wasn't giving me the option. Next to chat message, add moderator, add a standard moderator. Just so weird because I just had it and then it's not there no more. So weird. Let me try something. Switch accounts. That's so weird. The option of it is just not showing up. And I just had it too. Let me see. How to mod. Oh, automated filters. There we go. Yeah, see, I think when it says during the live stream or Premiere, I can do it on only with the live chat, and then you click the user. But see, I'm on my phone. And many automated filters. Studios. Community. Destination. Oh, here we go. I think. Channel description. Recording, videos, community, analytics, videos. Makes no sense. Okay, let me read the chat real quick. We're gonna ban your name because you're here. Yeah. Never gonna give you up. It was this is an experience for me too because if I use my phone and can't add monitors, then we can only do it through the laptop. That's interesting. There might be a way to do it on the phone. I'm just not figuring it out. Um, but I had it on earlier and it's just not there. The option isn't there, which is tripping me out. The option's just not there. YouTube. And then if I go into the video, it's not letting me click the video to where I can click it in there and click the name. StreamYard. So I have to do it in Studio, but I have to do it in the website one, which I'm in. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. We're getting somewhere, I think. Customization, dashboard, content, community. Viewing. So weird. Yeah. So weird. And see comments, views. I just had it to. YouTube, I'm always really limited. I'm still trying to figure out how to get out of getting memberships. Oh yeah, that too. The memberships, yeah. Um, so weird. Viewer post, mentions, comments. Yeah, It's supposed to be here on Audible, dashboard, content, subtitles. You guys want subtitles? I can do that. I mean, I had it earlier, and then when I click back on it, it's not letting me. It's not showing up, so that's what's tripping me out. How to add a mod on my YouTube channel. There we go. Let me keep that up. See, it says YouTube Studios. Okay, I'm in YouTube Studios. Okay. In the left menu, click Settings. Oh shit, that's why it was way down in the corner. Oh my gosh. Not to screenshot that. Why did they put it all the way in the corner like that? Oh, I need the URL. So how the heck do I? Good news is I found it. Trying to hide from me? Yeah. Like trying to find cancel Prime. Oh man. How can I get you guys' URL? What does that mean? Here it says, look, paste the channel URL of a user to add it as a moderator. But I can't go into the live. Let me see if I can go into StreamYards. Yeah, see, even on StreamYards, it's not letting me find your URL or click on it. So it's kind of weird. Definitely need to get a laptop. Oh, that changes this around. It's kind of cool. Oh, banners. I've seen those. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I just deleted that. What the heck is the URL? I don't know what it means, but I'll look for it. So yeah, the good news is I found it. So I just need a URL. Someone put your, can someone do me a favor and put your URL of a user? Let's see if I can find where that would be. Maybe somebody can type that in. Type your URL. So what does that mean? And then just your at. Oh, I see. So it has to be it has to be everything, right? YouTube? Oh, let me try something. Let me try something. www www.youtube.com. Oh shit, this is cool. Oh, now it does that? Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, really? Really? I don't see your name on here. All right, I'm gonna try this. Let me know if this works. If Luis Cuevas is still here, type something in. I think true crime too. She said she wouldn't mind. Yeah, I figured it out, guys. Thank you so much. Um, it has a drop-down menu. It wasn't doing that before. It took like a second to load. True crime girl. Let me see. Let me try it. Okay, now now that I know where the settings is at, it's all the way in the corner on the bottom. Let me try something, guys. Getting the hang of this. Thank you guys for being cool. True. Uh-oh. Can I kick myself out again? Yeah, see, now it's easy that I know where that button is. I couldn't find the settings. It was on the corner. No, yeah, give me one second. Let me try to do it because this permissions, community moderators. User management. Here we go. True crime. True crime. True crime. Girl. I don't see you on here. Let's see how your name pops up. No, I don't want rotten mango. What the hell? Oh, because it's true. The other true. Oh, okay, that's why. Girl. Why does it do that? So weird. Why isn't your name popping up? Do you have to be a subscriber? Might have to be subscribed. I'm not seeing you on here. Let me try Top Dog, and I'll get back to you. Top Dog. Top Dog. See, same with Top Dog. It's weird, you're not coming up. Okay, you're a subscriber. Top Dog. One word. See, why is your, I mean, there's Top Dog tips, Top Dog. Yeah, see, why is it not showing up? There's one here that has like a crown with a. I mean, do you have to have like? Because Luis's Cuevas names does show up. Like her name shows up. Luis Cuevas. Boom. Right there. Moderator. Let me see who else I can. Yeah, see, look, Carrie I support is on there. Let me save it. That's so weird. Maybe there's something that's maybe you have to verify your account or maybe something because it's I mean you're not showing up unless it's showing up differently. But Luis Cueva, Carrie shows up. Um why does it why does it show up for some people and for other people it doesn't? Anybody know? See, look, it did it for Lucy. I mean, for Carrie. Yeah, see, look, Kate doesn't show up. Oh, because she has a cat. Maybe I have to put the cat on there. It's a cat laughing. I wish I can put Top Dog too and True Crime Girl. Yeah, Kate's not like see, Kate's not showing up. Yeah, I mean Lucy, you're not even showing up either, which is weird. Because it gives me an option. I'm like, oh, you know what? Is there a way to scroll up? Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's being glitchy. But I accidentally took Carrie's uh wrench away. See, look, her name pops up. Same with Luis Cuevas. No, she got it back. Who did I ban? Nobody yet. Let me see who else I can. Who else was in here earlier too? Yeah, it's so weird. It is so weird. Like the name comes up, like right at the top. It comes up. So it probably has to do something with like verifying your account or giving um YouTube permissions on your thing on your end. Hey, Top Dog Lewis. Yeah, I would love for that to have Top Dog on in here and True Crime as well. I think you guys would be good. Top Dog. Yeah, I've seen you moderate on other channels too. It's just weird how it's not showing up. Like it shows up, like it'll show up. Yeah, if I'm able to click, I mean I finally found it. which is good. Um, just doesn't make sense. Makes no sense at all. But I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. I think it's been like 3 hours now. Yeah, 3 hour live, which was cool. Went by fast. But I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna play with it a little bit. Maybe I can set it up some other way. But I wrote you guys' names down. And True Crime Girl. Didn't you say you might be going to the court or something for the Emmanuel case? Yeah, I need to set up a new email so people can reach out. That'd be way better. Or maybe set up a phone number or something. But thank you, everybody, and I'm gonna look into the moderators and see what else I can do. So make sure you guys set up your notifications to all. So when I go live, depends on what day. Yeah, Kate too. Yeah, definitely. Write your name down too. Top Dog, True Crime Girl, and Kate. And I know Louis Cuevas said she was cool with it. So she's on there, her name comes up, but Top Dog, True Crime Girl, and Kate. And Lucy too, if you want to be one. I wouldn't mind at all if you wanted to. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. Take care and catch you guys on the next live or video. Make sure you guys comment on my videos, get me in the algorithm, and yeah, just leave a little comment on there, like it, share it. Really would appreciate it. Thank you guys. You guys have a good night. Thank you for sticking around. Really appreciate every one of you. Thank you. Justice for Emmanuel. Good night.